When I was 5 years old, I went to New York City with my parents and my sister Jacqueline. They gave each of us $5 that we could spend if we saw something that we liked. Jacqueline saw a man who was sitting on the street with a cup covered in blankets. She asked my dad why he was sitting there. My dad went on to explain that some people are not as lucky as we are. Some people don't get to live in a house with heat and food. Jacqueline went over to him and put her $5 into his cup. My parents were so proud of her that she decided to give him her money that they gave her another $5. As we kept walking, I noticed more and more homeless people. I decided to give one of the other homeless men my $5. My dad saw this but did not give me another $5. He explained that in life you could not do something because you expect something else in return. He told me that he was proud of me for giving the money to the man, but a good deed doesn't count if you expect something in return. On that day, I learned two very important lessons that have stayed with me ever since. The first is that there are many people who are not as lucky as I am in the fact that they do not have home. The second lesson that I learned was that reward should never be expected. Since January 2015, on any given night, there are 564,708 homeless people in America. Some of these people are alone, while others are with their families. It is easy to see these people standing outside of the store or at a bus station asking for spare change and to judge them. We think to ourselves, they did this to themselves. I'm sure they could find a job if they just tried harder. We walk by them without even making eye contact, and yet we still feel like we have a right to judge them. We do not know why these people are homeless, and it is important to understand that people can become homeless for many reasons. 22% of parents say that they left their last residence because of domestic violence. So maybe for the time being they are freezing and starving, but at least they know that they, as well as their children, will be safe in the long run. 16% of homeless people suffer from a mental illness. How can these people be expected to get a steady income and rent a house when their disease is consuming them and is being left untreated? Next time you pass a homeless person on the street, do not look down at your phone and ignore them when they talk to you. These people are still human, so you have no right to make them feel like less of one. Look them in the eye and just talk to them. Just have a simple conversation. You do not need to give them money, but you do have to treat them with respect and kindness any human deserves. For that moment, make them feel that someone in the world cares about them. New York City has had an 86% increase in the homeless population in the past 10 years. There is a municipal shelter system in New York City, and each night these shelters are filled with 59,568 people. New York is thought of as the Big Apple, the city that never sleeps. When most people hear the words New York City, they think of tall buildings and fast-paced people. They do not think of hungry, tired, cold, homeless people. These people's misery is hidden behind the amazing New York City. We know when our next meal is coming. We know that tonight we will crawl into our beds and rest our heads on our pillow. Not everyone knows that. Some people don't know the next time they will eat or if they will ever get warm again. These people are all around us, not just in New York City. Sometimes you don't even know that the people you see are homeless. Everyone that you encounter is fighting a battle, whether it be homelessness or not. Next time you see someone who is clearly fighting a battle, just offer them a friendly smile. It can mean a lot more than you think.